Welcome to the GSSSA Junior Boys Sudden Death Basketball Playoffs here at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. You are watching 10YS TV, our 1 seed versus 4 seed matchup. In this sudden death playoff round, you have the top overall D.W. Davis Royals going up against the AF Adderley Tigers. Tigers pulled off the upset in the regular season finale. So you can expect that this one is going to be one to remember. D.W. Davis, of course, wants retribution for that loss. And the Tigers feel like they have the team to beat. They've already proved that. Off the first possession, Tigers manage a turnover. And both of these teams coached by junior national team level coaches. Anton Francis for the Tigers, Mark Hanout for the Royals. First two of the game put in by D.W. Davis, and that is number 2, Winsky Paul. And that is a 3. Tigers answer right back. Deanza Nicholas from long range. Too much space there on the wing. Nicholas makes them pay. Kamal Miller makes one from the line. Tied ball game. Nicholas open again, didn't take this one. He'll drive to the basket. He will get fouled and go to the line. Nicholas misses the first. Misses them both, but Tigers come up with the offensive rebound. Loose ball, they get it again. And Dylan DeVoe will get the conversion second shot opportunity for the Tigers to put them back up ahead briefly in this one. Poked away by Nicholas. Ball stays on this end of the floor with the Royals. Tied up, possession arrow stays on this end of the floor. Ball goes to the Tigers, actually. DeVoe tries another runner. That one just rims out. Paul attacking for the Royals. High arcer off the glass is no good. Stolen away. Royals keep it. Back to Paul. His layup was off. Knocked away, and the Royals will keep possession. So a couple blown opportunities there at easy layups. Slow start for both of these teams offensively until Darius Hanna gets on the board. Swatted away by Kamani Davis. Hannah unable to score on the other end. Four shot opportunities before the Royal will get to the line. This is Charles Delva. Davis there with the swat. Lots of missed free throws for both of these teams early on. Delva gets one, put DW Davis back ahead. This is number 12, Angelo Ferguson, handling now for the Tigers into the game for the first time this afternoon. Ferguson drive, hard line drive to the basket, no good. Here comes Hano. Takes the contact, misses the short jumper. Offensive foul called on the Tigers. They give it right back over. Hannah drives baseline, stripped away. Jathan Jones with the great defensive effort. And they're gonna get Delva for a foul. Jones around the screen, goes behind the back. Cross-court pass to Ferguson. Goes around the screen, pull-up jumper. Rebounded by the Royals. Hannah decides to slow it up. Across the timeline to Paul. Nearly throws it away. Hannah almost stripped inside, off the back rim, but gets his own rebound. Outside to Paul for three. Another one off the back rim. Tigers get it. They're going to whistle Jones for that foul over the back. Miller throws up a wild one, rebounded by the Tigers. Here comes Gibson, all the way to the hoop, takes the contact, no foul called, rebounded by Davis. Hannah pulls up for three. Good looking pull up three for Darius Hannah. Tigers now lead by 4. Jump hook missed by Jamiko Hart. 5-second difference between shot and game clock. Stolen by the Tigers. Here comes Gibson. And one, count the basket. DeAlfred Gibson will go to the line looking to make it a 3-point play opportunity. Thought he got that same kind of contact on his last drive to the basket, but gets the call here, has a chance to bring his team within one. Doesn't get to do it, misses the free throw, but Jones is there for the rebound. Tigers a chance to come away with 4 on this possession. Less than 10 seconds to go. They have to operate quickly. Hart back to Gibson, goes baseline. Fadeaway jumper is good. So Gibson just beats the buzzer, scores 4 points on that possession, and ties this one at 9 headed into the second quarter. Second quarter action underway. Gibson scored the last 4 for the Tigers to tie it. Stolen by Nicholas. Good first defensive possession for AF Adderley. Jones brings it across the timeline. Gibson calling for it on the wing. Gibson open for 3, takes it, makes it. 7 unanswered points for Gibson, and he gives the Tigers a 3-point lead. Blocked by Jones. 2-on-1 break. Gibson takes it himself. Off the front rim. Royals get the rebound. And Nicholas pokes it away. Gibson in rhythm, calling for that 3 on the wing. Great defensive effort there by Jones on the block. Gonna get Jones for a foul on this one. We'll send Paul to the line. This is both rebounded Tigers. Got to get it over the timeline quickly. Just beat an 8-second violation, but stolen by Hanna. Takes it himself. Foul, count the basket. He will go to the line with a chance to tie. Darius Hanna going through the contact shot blocking attempt by Jones. Jones already got him once in this game. Doesn't get that one, but Hanna misses. Royals still trail by 1. Knocked away by Paul, and he comes up with it. Over to Hannah. Step back three. Rattles home. Second three-pointer of the game for Darius Hannah. And he puts the Royals back ahead by 2. Jones all the way. Too hard off the glass. 2-on-1 break. They get it to Hannah. Fouled again. They're going to call an offensive foul. Let's take another look at that 3 for Hannah. It hit every part of the basket before it eventually went in, but he's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc tonight. Ten early points already in double figures. Gibson leads the Tigers with 7, stolen again by the Royals. Paul short arms it. And Coach Hannah is incredulous with him not going off the glass. Tigers are going to have to find a way to contend with this trap. Three-point attempt from Cooper is long. Stolen by Gibson. He misses the layup. Defense by Hannah just enough to throw off what looked like an easy attempt. Cooper gets the block. Here come the Tigers the other way. Gibson takes another 3. That one is long. Nathaniel Smith whistled for that foul. Third team foul for the Tigers. That was the first time Hannah challenged Jones. Jones won that one. Hannah won the second meeting. There's a step back 3 over the outstretched arms of Nicholas. And that's how this D.W. Davis team got their 2-point lead. Hannah will go back to the line. Weaved around a couple defenders along the baseline. Fouled again, and he will shoot another 2. Makes them both. 4-point lead. Jones all the way. His layup is no good. Outlet goes to Hannah. Pulls up again. Off the back iron, but rebounded by Miller, unable to put it in. There's Nicholas. Has not scored since that opening possession. Still scoreless since blocked by the Royals. Hannah pulls up again. Off the front iron, second shot opportunity. Stolen, fast break. And Armbruster just whiffs on the fast break layup. Looked like he was expecting contact. The Royals were content to just let him go with that one. But they come up with the steal. Nicholas, his runner is no good. Hannah looking for a contact. It doesn't come. Tied up. Possession arrow will go to the Tigers. 1:41 left to play. Get it ahead to Jones. Gibson, three-pointer. He now has two from beyond the arc. So Gibson and Hannah going shot for shot in this one. Paul. He misses. Delva's there. Paul with the rebound. Blocked by Jones. Jones has been excellent defensively. Stolen by DeVoe. And Jones gets it across the timeline for the Tigers. Looking for Gibson. That one tipped away. Royals come up with it. Paul leading the break. And he will go back to the line for his second trip. Makes them both. Royals go up three. Floats a pass to dangerous pass there, but Jones comes down with it. Get it back to him. He goes behind the back. Deep floater, way off, but gets his own rebound. Jumper also no good. Poitier called for a travel, so Tigers will get another shot at it. Just about an 11-second difference between the shot and game clock. Inbounded. Ferguson takes a deep J. That one is off. Ball stays. DeVoe with the inbound. Gets it to Hart. Back in the corner to DeVoe. Long range two. No good, but there's Jones. Takes a wild turnaround fadeaway, but he is fouled. Miller will check back in for Poitier. One of two from the line for Jones, but Ferguson is there with the offensive rebound and puts it back in. Angelo Ferguson. Great time to get his first score of the game. Tied once again. That one is going to be a reach, and the Royals will be shooting free throws. 15 foul for the Tigers. And Miller goes to the line, looking to get his first two on the afternoon. Gets the second, gives his team 1 point lead. No clock. Gibson has control. Ferguson tipped away. 2 seconds left. Hart has to put something up. Too late. That's how our first half ends. So we were tied at 9 after the first quarter. At the half, Royals lead by 1. Both teams remain with their starters here to begin the second half. Royals go with number 3, Hannah, number 6, Miller, number 2, Paul, 10, Delva, and 13, Davis. Tigers counter with number 1, Nicholas, number 7, Jones, number 4, Gibson, number 15, Hart, and number 9, DeVoe. Hannah leads the Royals in all scorers with 12. Gibson has 10 to lead the Tigers. Here we go, underway in the second half. Miller nearly traveled, but gets it away to Paul. he attacks him, will head to the line again. Paul made both in his last trip to the line late in the second. Makes both again here to begin the third. Jones. Nearly stolen by Hannah. Jones stumbling, passes it in the post to Hart. Can't come up with it, but gets his own offensive rebound and puts it in. First two of the game for Jamiko Hart. Tigers hanging around. That one is blocked by DeVoe. Nicholas brings it the other way. And he puts it in. Deanza Nicholas gives the Tigers the lead. Hannah lost the handle. Gibson goes 1-on-2, challenges Miller. His reverse is no good. Nicholas cannot maintain possession. What he did give his team the lead with that runner. So under 5 left to play here in the third. One-point Tigers lead. Hannah inside. Nice little turnaround jump hook in the lane. Scores in so many different ways. We've seen him pull up for a couple threes. Jones just loses the handle and throws it directly to Hannah. Drives baseline, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul. That's the second time they've called him for an offensive foul. That same move, lowering the shoulder, trying to just shed a defender. But he has 3. Maybe a situation to watch. Have to alert him defensively. He can't pick up a cheap foul at this point. But the Royals come up with the steal. There's Miller. Royals back up by 3. Inside the Hart. He takes the J. Jumper is off. Royals are off and running. Miller loses it. Ferguson dribbles down to the corner. Stolen. Taken right back by Gibson. Dishes it off to DeVoe. Hannah doubled. Gibson nearly pokes it away, but Miller is in the right spot. Gibson does take this one away. 1-on-2 break. Gibson. He's up to 12. Tigers lead again by 1. Paul. Paul certainly has picked up his scoring here in the third, giving this Royals team a boost that they need when the ball is not in Hannah's hands. That 3 is off, but Ferguson is there for the rebound. And if they call this on Hannah, they're going to call it on Paul. So very fortunate that Hannah did not pick up number 4. They called it on Paul, just 2 for him. Tigers will inbound. Dangerous pass. Jones goes behind the back. Jones inside. Gets a defender in the air, but misses. Tigers bring number 0, Nelson Duncombe, into the game. Hannah's 3. Air ball. Gibson may have gotten a piece of that. Jones, bad pass. Hannah just too athletic. Doesn't get the finish. Poitier misses off the back iron. Tigers come up with it. Gibson all the way. Runner is off, rebounded by Simeon. Duncombe going to be called for an intentional foul. Hannah will shoot 2. Royals will get the basketball. Davis, he is going to be fouled by DeVoe. First 2 of the game for Davis. Jones takes a 3. That one is off. Simeon comes down with it for the Royals. In traffic, nearly loses the handle. Davis goes baseline and is fouled again. Back to the line on the second consecutive possession. Misses them both. Rebound goes to Jones. Jones nearly threw that one away. Not much ball movement for the Tigers. Jones attacks, throws one up. DeVoe kicks it out to Gibson. His floater blocked by Davis. Royals get it ahead. He's looking for Dean on the break, but Ferguson was the first to the ball. 3 seconds left. Gibson has to put one up. Wasn't aware of the end of the third, and the Royals will head to the fourth with a 4-point lead, 30-26 over the 4th-seeded Tigers. Here we go. Opening possession of the fourth. Do the Royals, the #1 seed in this bracket, move on to the championship, or do the Tigers, #4 seed, pull off this upset? 6 minutes to find out. Jones misses the opening shot of the fourth, but Hart is there for the rebound. Second chance opportunity for AF Adderley. There's Gibson. He's been the guy all night for this team on this end of the floor. They swing it around to him. Around the Hart screen. Puts up a jumper, no good. But he's able to get his rebound and get it to Jones. Hall over to Davis. Fouled by DeVoe. Davis takes his third trip to the line. Consecutive misses now for Davis. At the line with a chance to expand on this lead. Make that 4 misses in a row, and the Tigers can tie it or take the lead with a 3. Nicholas. 3 is off the front iron, rebounded by Hanna. Royals have to get it over the timeline. Fouled by Ferguson. Second team foul for the Tigers. Miller. Davis is stripped. Ferguson is the first to the ball, but 3 Royals defenders are back. Gets it to Gibson. Looking for that contact, is not going to get it. Ferguson, high arcing 2 off the glass, and that is good. Angelo Ferguson ties it at 30. Stolen by Gibson. Challenges Davis, no call. Nicholas with the rebound. Gibson again, blocked by Davis. Timeout Tigers, 3:54 left to play. We are tied at 30. DeVoe will inbound. Gets it into Jones. Nearly travels. His jumper just rims out. Hart. He can't put it in. Gibson controls. Dishes it to Ferguson. Pulls it back out and resets. Jones again with the runner. Rims out again. A pair of tough breaks for Jones and the Tigers on that possession. It's another foul, this one by Ferguson. It's going to be 3 on him. Third team foul for the Tigers. Get it into the hands of Hanna. Defended by Gibson. Jones comes over. That is going to be number 4 on Ferguson. And the 4th team foul for the Royals, for the Tigers, excuse me. Hanna will shoot 2. They actually whistled Gibson for that one, just his second. This Royals offense has struggled, but this is the way to break out of that slump. Send a good free throw shooter to the line. Hanna regains the lead, but misses the second. Royals lead by 1 with now under 3 minutes left to play. Where do the Tigers go to find offense? It's been Gibson, but he has been cold here in the second half. Jones trapped in the corner. Hanna steals it. Finishes the break. Royals lead by 3. And Jones just not aware of the defenders for the second consecutive possession. Got to get it into the hands of a ball handler. Trapped again. Royals come up with the steal. Hanna goes back to the line. Hanna makes a first. Makes them both. This lead is 5. Inbound to Miller, all the way to the hoop, and he scores. Big basket for Kamal Miller, and this is the largest lead of the game. Gibson trapped. And that is number 4 on Hanna. Tigers desperately need an answer. 7-0 run for the Royals. Another steal, and it's Hannah ahead of the pack. Deflection prevents that fast break, but Paul on the drive to the hoop. Doesn't get the call. Here comes Nicholas the other way for the Tigers. And Miller is going to be called for a block. Nicholas, lucky to avoid the charge on that one. So Jones will check back in. He will replace Nicholas. Simeon will replace Paul. Big free throws here for Deanza Nicholas. Makes the second. Under 130 now. Miller all the way. His layup is short. Tigers have to operate quickly. 1:15. Jones has it stolen. Simeon ahead to Miller. Blocked by Jones. Gibson doubled in the backcourt, gets it ahead. Jones dishes it to DeVoe. Back out to Gibson. Floater. Great chase down block by Jones, and Gibson on the other end finally gets one of those floaters to go. Just 48, under 44 seconds now. Nobody stops the ball, and Miller gets all the way to the cup. Defensive lapse there for the Tigers. They get it to Jones. He just throws it behind his back, and luckily 2 Tigers were in the area. Someone has to take this shot, and they throw it away, and that may do it. Delva inside to Hannah, and he is going to be content to dribble this one out. Steps on the baseline. Timeout Tigers. A few too many passes on that last possession, but it was Miller with the big layup there to put the Royals up by 6. Just 7.7 seconds left to go. Jones pokes up a deep 3, no good. Hart with the rebound. His turnaround is good. but it'll be too little too late, and the Royals will move on. "20 points from Darius Hanna, 8 points from Windisky Paul, and they lead D.W. Davis, the top overall seed, into the championship round. DeAlfred Gibson finished with 14 for the Tigers. That'll do it for 10YS TV. Stay with us. We will return for the senior boys matchup, 1 versus 4 between C.I. Gibson and C.R. Walker.